Living in the Sicilian countryside is absolutely beautiful, and for those who have been following my vlog, they know exactly how I feel about this rural life in Sicily. The views, the peace and the slower pace of life. But there is always a but. Rural life also comes with its little surprises. But before sharing the chaos we had this week, problems of living in a rural property, I will take you with me on what we did last Sunday. We discovered a new antiques market in the beautiful historic town of Scicli. Scicli is a Baroque town. It is known for its abundance of churches. Every corner there is a church. There are about 20 in this small town. If you like the culture of Sicily, then this town is a must visit. I absolutely love wandering around these markets. There is always something unique to discover, and you will never know what you will find. However, even just browsing around with our friends is enjoyable because of the lovely vibe and setting. It's always a perfect little slice of Sicilian life. The atmosphere is fantastic. It really makes you appreciate living here.
Found something?
And why not? Even a brioche filled with gelato. Yummy, yummy. But it was way too big for me and I couldn't eat it all. But of course, rural life always finds a way to remind us that not everything here is sunshine and antique markets. As you can see, we spent a lovely Sunday with friends. The next day being Monday, it's usually my washing day. And I set up all the clothes to be washed, put them in the machine and set the program. It went on as usual and I went in to cook. After a while I came to check on it and it was indicating a fault, some kind of fault. So I did what we all do nowadays when we have a problem or a query. I went on ChatGPT to try and find what the problem was. I went through all the points to troubleshoot it. We switched it off, switched it on again, reprogrammed it, checked the filter, and we tried everything. But the fault kept appearing. At first we thought that the washing machine had decided to retire on us after 8 years of service. But Vic didn't want to give up, so he is very good with these technical problems, and he opened up the washing machine to see the motherboard and the wiring. And to our surprise, we found this. Turns out that a family of mice decided that inside the washing machine was the perfect place to set up a cozy little home. A lot of the wiring was bitten, some even completely torn, probably with the last shaking of the run I gave it. It snapped or it shorted the motherboard because Vic checked, he tried to rewire them and then he further checked the motherboard and he found that it was toasted. We obviously cannot stay that long without a washing machine, so the next day we went to buy another one. We didn't call a technician to try and fix it because we were told that to buy a new motherboard or whatever it's called, to buy a new control panel, it would cost you almost as much as a brand new washing machine. So we decided to go for a new one. Honestly, that was one of the perfect moments that sums up rural life. Peaceful, yes, but never boring. But this teaches us that between the beauty and the chaos, we have to try and take everything with a little bit of sense of humor. So yes, now I can really say that mice are the biggest nuisance and my biggest phobia when living in the countryside. Actually, we already had a similar experience some years back when we had bought our first above surface pool. It wasn't that big, thank God. And we had stored it over the winter months in our garage, and that was a big mistake. Apparently it happened to our other friends, other Maltese friends who did the same thing, and the same thing happened. When we went to take it out before the summer to start using it again, it was all bitten and full of holes, bitten by mice. So we had learnt our lesson that when we store things in the garage or in closed areas, you either put them in good solid plastic boxes, or not cardboard, because they will eat through the cardboard, or if you want to deter them completely, you will have to use poison, which we can't use because we have the 4 dogs. So we try and avoid having areas where they will be nesting, but they always seem to find a way. So we put up traps in these rooms, and yes, the dogs, they do deter a little bit because the mice sense the dogs, and probably that's why they found the washing machine so convenient, because they were safe away from the dogs, cozy and protected. In rural areas during the summer, the mice go out to play. They find food in the fields and it's warm. Then when the winter starts approaching, they look for indoors where there are people, there is food and there is warmth. So this is the time when you have to check all your walls and that there are no holes. And if there are holes, it's very important to close them up, even a small hole, because mice get in through everything. If you have a garage or a barn, don't keep too many piles of cardboard or straw or wood, because they will definitely nest over there during the winter. And avoid having scraps of food around outside in the barn or even in a car. You have to also be careful if you park for a while without using it. If you park your car in the garage and leave it there, if you keep coming and going to Sicily and you leave your car parked either outside or in a barn or in a garage, it is very important then to protect it, because they will definitely start eating your wiring. In fact, my hairdresser's husband is a car mechanic, and she has told me many stories that her husband told her of many cars being damaged by mice. It's always best to be one step ahead of the mice.
A friend of ours had suggested this spray to Vic to use on cars. So now we also used it on our new washing machine.
Our neighbour here does have cows, and obviously he stacks hay and straw, and those are breeding grounds for the mice. But he does also have about 20 cats around his barn, so those keep them at bay. We obviously can't get cats because of our dogs, they can't stand them. So we have to find other ways to keep them away. It seems this time this little mouse was ahead of us.
Life doesn't always go the way we expect. Some days are smooth and others not so much. But through it all, we have to be grateful in this journey called life. Every moment, even the challenging ones, teaches us something and helps us to grow. These are small problems which can be solved, and we have to take these things with a pinch of salt. When we look around and see how much suffering there is in the world, you start to realize how minor these little frustrations are. So that rounds up our week. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of charm, and everything that makes life in rural Sicily so real. If you are dreaming of moving here one day, I share these honest moments through my vlogs, the good and the not so perfect. If that sounds like something you would like to see more of, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next vlog.